Why do we let worry take the reins of our day when we have access to divine guidance? Imagine starting your morning not with anxiety about what lies ahead, but with a calm assurance that you're walking the path God has set for you. It's not just about saying a prayer, it's about transforming your mindset, embracing the peace that surpasses all understanding. You might think, is it really that simple? Yes, it is. When you seek God's guidance, you're not just talking to the air, you're connecting to a source of infinite wisdom. This morning prayer is more than a routine. It's your gateway to a day filled with confidence, purpose, and unshakable peace. Ready to change how you start your day? Gratitude is the foundation of a fulfilling life, and it starts with appreciating the simple gift of waking up each morning. When we approach life with a heart full of thankfulness, we invite God's presence into our daily routines, transforming ordinary moments into extraordinary blessings. By tuning into the prayer channel within our souls, we can consistently align ourselves with God's grace, allowing His kindness and compassion to flow through our actions. Imagine starting each day by simply thanking God for the breath in your lungs. Such a small act, yet it sets the tone for a life filled with purpose and peace. Seeking God's presence isn't just about whispering a quick prayer before bed. It's about creating a daily prayers routine that invites His guidance into every decision and interaction. Picture this. You're facing a challenging situation at work, unsure of the right path. Instead of relying solely on your own understanding, take a moment to ask for God's wisdom and direction. By doing so, you're not only seeking His presence, but also opening your heart to the grace and clarity that comes from living according to His will. It's in these moments that you reflect His love and compassion, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. Living in alignment with God's will means embracing a life marked by grace, kindness, and compassion, qualities that are often in short supply in today's fast-paced world. Consider how you interact with others daily. Do your words and actions reflect the kindness that Jesus modeled? If not, there's an opportunity here to shift your approach. By consciously choosing to act with grace and kindness, you become a beacon of God's love in a world that desperately needs it. It's through this consistent reflection of His character that you'll find true fulfillment and joy. But how do we maintain this level of grace and compassion in a world full of distractions? The answer lies in staying connected to the source, God Himself. By integrating daily prayers into your routine, you create a spiritual rhythm that sustains you through life's ups and downs. This consistent practice not only deepens your relationship with God, but also strengthens your ability to live out His will, even when it's challenging. As you continue on this journey of faith, remember that every act of kindness and every moment of compassion is a reflection of the blessings God has poured into your life. In times of turmoil, when life's burdens seem overwhelming, surrender becomes a powerful act of faith. The speaker, understanding this, encourages the practice of releasing worries into God's hands. By doing so, one not only finds peace, but also gains protection from the harm that anxiety can cause. Imagine starting your day with a moment of stillness, where you consciously choose to let go of your fears. This simple act, done daily, can transform your mindset and bring clarity to your priorities. Prioritizing what truly matters becomes easier when you trust in divine guidance. The speaker suggests asking for strength in this endeavor, as it often takes courage to shift focus from the urgent to the important. In the hustle of life, it's easy to get caught up in distractions, but those who anchor their decisions in faith find a deeper sense of purpose. Picture yourself, at the end of the day, reflecting on the choices made, knowing that they were guided by something greater than yourself. It's a profound way to live, rooted in wisdom and clarity. Making wise decisions isn't just about intellect, it's about aligning your choices with a higher purpose. The speaker highlights the importance of seeking God's wisdom in every decision, big or small. This isn't just a lofty ideal, but a practical approach to life. For example, before making a significant career move, one could pause, pray, and seek that divine nudge. Over time, this habit strengthens your decision-making process, making you more confident and purposeful in your actions. As the speaker reflects on this journey of surrender, They remind the audience that true peace comes not from the absence of challenges, but from the presence of divine protection. When you entrust your worries to God, you're not abandoning responsibility. Instead, you're embracing a partnership with the divine. This perspective changes how you face difficulties, allowing you to approach them with a calm heart and a clear mind. As you continue this path, the importance of thankfulness, even in the face of what is withheld, becomes increasingly evident. Thankfulness is a powerful force, often underestimated in its ability to shift perspectives and bring about a deeper sense of peace. The speaker emphasizes that gratitude isn't just for the obvious blessings, those moments of joy and abundance, but also for what God has mercifully withheld. Sometimes, in the grand tapestry of life, the things we don't receive are just as important as those we do. Picture a child reaching for a flame, unaware of the danger. In much the same way, God's grace often protects us from what we cannot see, guiding us toward what is truly best. This theme of withheld blessings invites believers to recognize God's wisdom and mercy in their lives. It's easy to feel disappointment or frustration when things don't go as planned, but the speaker encourages a shift in perspective. By trusting that God's hand is at work even in the no's and not yet's, one can cultivate a heart full of gratitude. Imagine reflecting on a past disappointment and realizing that, in hindsight, it was a blessing in disguise, a door closed so that a better one could open. The speaker also touches on the idea of grace over judgment, a concept that resonates deeply with those who have experienced both. God's forgiveness, freely given, is a constant reminder that His ways are higher than ours. It's a call to extend that same grace to others, recognizing that we are all in need of mercy. Think of a moment when someone showed you kindness instead of anger, how that small act of grace transformed the situation. In the same way, God's grace continually shapes our lives, often in ways we don't immediately recognize. As this exploration of thankfulness deepens, the speaker encourages a response of profound gratitude in all circumstances. This isn't about ignoring difficulties or pretending everything is perfect. It's about seeing God's hand at work, even in the challenging times. When you begin to view life through this lens, every experience becomes a testament to God's grace and wisdom. And as we move forward, this attitude of gratitude naturally leads to a life of obedience and alignment with divine will, setting the stage for the next step in this journey. Walking in obedience to God is a journey that requires intentionality and focus. The speaker urges believers to stay vigilant, avoiding the distractions and temptations that the world constantly throws their way. It's easy to get caught up in the noise of daily life, but true spiritual growth comes from aligning one's actions with God's will. Picture a traveler with a map. No matter how enticing the detours might seem, the only way to reach the destination is by following the marked path. In this journey, obedience isn't about rigid rules, but about cultivating a heart that seeks to please God in every decision. This means recognizing when something might pull you away from that path, whether it's a seemingly harmless habit or a more obvious temptation. By staying connected through prayer channel and daily prayers, believers can continually realign their focus, ensuring that their steps are guided by divine wisdom rather than fleeting desires. A spirit of profound gratitude becomes essential in this walk. When you cultivate thankfulness, even for the smallest blessings, it becomes easier to resist the pull of worldly distractions. Consider how a grateful heart sees abundance in what it has, rather than longing for what it doesn't. This mindset shift makes it easier to walk in obedience because the focus is on what truly matters, pleasing God and living according to His will. It's a subtle yet powerful way to stay on course, much like how a sailor uses a compass to navigate through rough seas. As the speaker continues, they encourage believers to embrace obedience not as a burden, but as a pathway to true freedom. There is a profound peace that comes from knowing you're walking in alignment with God's desires for your life. And as we move forward, seeking godly wisdom becomes the next crucial step, a key that unlocks deeper understanding and a life filled with righteousness and integrity. The pursuit of godly wisdom is like seeking a treasure hidden in plain sight, always within reach, but requiring deliberate effort to uncover. The speaker emphasizes the importance of this wisdom, not as mere knowledge, but as a profound understanding that shapes how we live and make decisions. True wisdom leads to a life of integrity, where actions align with righteous principles, bringing not just happiness, but a deep sense of fulfillment. Think of wisdom as the foundation of a sturdy house. Without it, everything else crumbles. Seeking this wisdom involves daily practices that connect us with God's truth. Engaging in daily prayers, for instance, helps to center the mind and spirit, making room for divine insights that guide our steps. Prayer Channel offers an avenue to immerse oneself in teachings that nurture this wisdom, encouraging believers to continually seek understanding in all aspects of life. It's about developing a mindset that values discernment over impulse and long-term righteousness over short-term gain. The speaker also reminds us that godly wisdom isn't just for personal gain. It has a ripple effect that influences our relationships, communities, and ultimately the world around us. When we live with integrity, making choices rooted in righteousness, we not only honor God, but also inspire others to do the same. It's like lighting a candle in the dark. One small flame can illuminate an entire room, driving away shadows and bringing warmth to all who enter. As we conclude this journey, the speaker encourages believers to remember that the pursuit of wisdom is ongoing, a daily commitment to growing closer to God. It's a path that, though challenging at times, leads to true happiness, a state of being that is not dependent on external circumstances, but rooted in the unshakable foundation of divine truth. And as we continue to walk this path, we are reminded to seek God's guidance in all things, for in Him we find the wisdom that lights our way. As you move forward, the true test of faith lies in applying what you've learned. Are you ready to let go of worries and trust in God's guidance? It's easy to get caught up in the chaos of life, but remember, peace and wisdom are just a prayer away. Will you take the step to start each day with purpose, seeking divine direction? Imagine how your life could change by simply embracing this morning ritual. Don't just think about it, act on it. Subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, and let Prayer Channel be your companion on this journey to a worry-free, blessed life. Your transformation begins now.